Alright, so we're doing something different today. Oof, burped. It was a weird burp. Before the sun sets. So, I decided to do a video about my Star Wars saga. Now, you can find this right on Wattpad. Right there is my handle on Wattpad. Zoom in. Immortal Beloved 89. And that's my poet name. See, there's part 3. There's some spoilers, but nothing serious yet. Because I'm not going to tell you anything yet, but for right now, and there's other stuff I've written on there. So, on here I've written a vampire story called Baxter Jones. I've written a sci-fi story about time travel called Afterbreath. There's my first book that ever got published, Heaven's Dark Harbinger Saga, parts 1 through 5, but I have the first 8 parts on there. I have to edit that shit. And then there's my Star Wars saga, part 1, Devastation, the follow-up Endgame, another spin-off, part 2, Aftermath, a dark side ending, and part 3. Now, I'm going to come away from that. I'm going to come right here. Excuse my big ass foot. This binder is what I have my stories in for eons. Like, I started writing when I was younger, like about 17 years ago, give or take. So, I've had this binder for 17 years, and yes, Eliza Dushku is bae. Ashanti's alright, Vin's, So, Spawn had Ja, Eliza, and the new guy. And I'll really love her and fucking bring it on thick. But I'm left-handed, so 50. I just like how she looks. So yeah, this is the binder. I've written my Star Wars stories and everything, and I've had this for a long ass time. It's breaking apart though. I'm not gonna show you what's on the side because I've already taken the stuff out that's important because there's some spoiler stuff in there. So that's my binder. Now let's get to the nitty gritty here. Remote's there for a reason, because, well, it's... Whoop. So, as you can see... My hand, there we go. Yeah. I wrote this thing on notepad paper about 12 years ago. No, not 12. 16 years ago. And it's, 6 pages and stuff. And that's my beautiful writing and shit. My hand is there because there's actually people that I went to school with that I put in it, so I'm not going to reveal that shit because no thanks. Don't need people ganging up on me and shit. So, there's some little tidbits right there about the story. You can see how I've written how I used to write. So, I changed everything. But yeah, so, let's flip it. And 6 pages altogether. Well, 5 1/4, so whatever. So that's how this turned into a trilogy. Well, no, this is how it started up. But yeah. So I've had this. This is the original blueprint for my trilogy. So that's really fucking neat how I've had this all these years. Now, here is part 1. Devastation. This is a total of 39.5 pages. Literally. I hand wrote all this shit. This is the original cut. I didn't alter it. I altered it when I was typing it up, and that turned into 122 pages, so I was like, But yeah, so this is part 1. So there's that. This is part 2. Aftermath. And this is the shortest one out of the trilogy, actually. This one is only 17 pages altogether. And this one has been typed up about, I want to say about 4 times over the years. So yeah, it's been fun typing that shit up. Yeah, and here is the granddaddy. Redemption of the Phoenix, Part 3. And this one is fucking long. Fucking, where did I leave off? 55? 55 pages. Oh, 54 and a quarter. And as you notice, I write front to back. And I count that as one page versus how books have it. Really. Like 1, 2. I don't do that. It's literally, I put 0 because I like comics, so it's a starting page. So this is page 0, front and back, and then so on and so forth. So that's my trilogy. Now let me see here. Let's go back to the TV for a second. So in my trilogy, let me get you the pop this up. Come on. Go. Thank you. I want to read more. Go. Jesus Christ. There we go. See? There's a synopsis for you. And of course you can pause this at any point and look at it if you want. So, my story is it's very unique in its own way. And it took me so many years to get this together. Because, believe it or not, I actually hand wrote all this. Like, how this, whoopsies. This little bad boy transformed into all 3 parts. And I started writing this stuff up in about 2002. And I finished it in 2007. Yeah. October 8th, 2007. 7:13 p.m. PM or AM. I wrote it down on Facebook so I wouldn't forget. But yeah, it took me that long to finish it because the person that my original muse for this story, I fell out of love with. So you can imagine, trying to write something that you have, you fall in love with this chick and you lose interest in them. And then, that's that. So, this bad boy took me forever. This was challenging somewhat. This breezed through. This took off really good and then went literally. But it worked out really, really well. Once I got to finishing it. Go away, tweets. I will deal with you later. My never-ending notifications. So, my story, of course I gotta tell you how the plot is. It is set during the Yuuzhan Vong War with Old Republic flashbacks. So that's a lot of fun, because I know everybody loves the Yuuzhan Vong War and how violent those motherfuckers are, but, my writing style, I tweaked it, made it a lot more better. Because, like this... this is like super cringe, sort of. Because, look how I used to write. Today. I used to write in chat speak, and I used to cut my words down. See you then. May the force be with you. And with that. So, yeah. I cut a lot of stuff out. Between these 3, I've expanded this one, and this motherfucker is going to get expanded too. Like I said, this one blew up to 122 pages, typed, with all the original content in this, but I added more backstory because I discovered that a bunch of characters, 1 or 2 characters were really super important, and I actually changed them, so they're a lot more intricate and everything else. This one has been redone 4 times. From the original 6 pages that I showed you to this motherfucker that's 17, then I typed it up the first time and it came out 32. And I was like, yes, done! But then my friends and then my small fan base started to read it, and I decided to rewrite it, so I went back through the original 32 pages, edited, trimmed, cut out shit, and added more backstory because I had to change some plot details that I won't go into right away. Because, you haven't read it yet. This is, I'm explaining shit to you, so you gotta understand where I'm coming from. I don't want to spoil anything for you. Because they'd be like, fuck you, man. Fuck your whole trilogy. Yeah, fuck you. You ruined the whole goddamn thing. So, yeah. So, this went from, let's count 6 pages, 17 pages, 32 pages, and then the Granddaddy, 78 pages. So, 4 rewrites. And then, this, I have no clue how long this is going to be. Right now, I'll tell you this much. I'm 8 pages in on this, but I've only gotten to page 1. So, I ain't telling you no more. But yeah, so it's set during the Long War with Old Republic flashbacks. The main characters are Lucius Draken, Trixie Benign, android named Demas, Tengu Vajar, or Vajar, Vahjar, Lana, and some others. I'm drawing a blank right now. They'll come back to me. Oh, Naomi. I'm tired too. I've had a weird day. But yeah, so the main story is, Lucius. See how I'm doing this. Lucius finds out that the tattoo on his back has a significance, but he doesn't know what the significance is. And as you journey through each part of the story, you find out the significance of that tattoo. And you also find out through this trilogy what happens between Lucius and Trixie as well. Because it's a hell of a story. That's why I call it the Choices We Make trilogy. Part 1, Devastation. Part 2, Aftermath, Redo. Part 3, Redemption of the Phoenix. Now, let's go back to the TV here. Alright, let's go down to... Yeah, Endgame. Endgame... I'm not going to go into the... Yeah, I'm not going to go into that. Endgame is the follow-up to the trilogy. It's set 7 years after the events of Redemption of the Phoenix. So, that's all I'm going to tell you for right now, because I haven't even finished that shit. Beyvox is a spin-off between characters. Oh, yeah, I forgot about them. Yeah, Naomi, Reef, in case you're wondering how to say that, it's Reef, Tyra, and Lord Raven. So, I won't go into that. Because that's another teaser. And then there's the dark side ending fun stuff. I looked at my trilogy, and I said, you know what? Out of all 3 of these, I can actually make another trilogy of a dark side ending. Because I already know how this is going to end. And I'm going to stick to the main story of this. But there's a dark side ending as well. Because I've started that about, when was it? I'd say 9 years ago. Give or take, so 2009. And it was only 2 pages handwritten, then I typed up some shit. So that didn't. I lost interest in that after a while. So I went through all that, and I stopped at one point because I was like, I don't care about this anymore. I'll come back to it when I'm ready. So there's a Dark Side trilogy that's going to be coming out in a couple of years because it's going to take me a while. Because see, the best part about writing the original trilogy up is I'll have the original typed trilogy of this done, and then I'll have all I gotta do is take the typed versions of all three of these and go through them one by one and take out the original points and add in the darker points of it so it plans out better. But yeah, now you know some of the characters. I can't tell you everything. I told you enough, I think. Man, I think I told you enough. But what I can tell you is that there's like, probably some more things that'll pop up as I speak. My writing style is ever evolving, highly unique, controversial at times. So, this is the light side ending right here, but it's also a dark light side ending as well. Like, how the hell does that work? Well, different elements play into this that make it super dark, but also unique. So this is not a story for kids. So, no kids. Sorry, not a kiddie Star Wars. This is an adult Star Wars story. Well, adult trilogy anyway. And there are a lot of surprises. And it's a lot of, there's going to be a lot of twists, a lot of turns, a lot of different things that you won't expect as you read this. I know some of you have read this because I've gotten different messages via social media on it telling me, it's amazing and I can't believe this. I actually did a Facebook page for this, and that's also called Star Wars The Choices We Make Trilogy. That's the Facebook page. And I'll be putting links in the descriptions for, everything for all these for you to read and look at and stuff. So, I guess this is the end of the video. I thought it would be like 2 hours long or some shit. Go figure. So, that is the end of the video. So, to recap, this is my trilogy. It is set during the Yuuzhan Vong War with Old Republic flashbacks. And you'll really like the attention to detail with it as well, because that's something I'm very anal about. Yeah, I said anal. That's a bad word. Anyway, yeah. But I am very detailed in how I execute my work and everything. So, hope you like this video. This will give you something new to read. I mean, this shit is going to be nice. And like right now, these two, all this together is 111 pages, handwritten over half a decade. And then these two together typed up is 192 pages. So this motherfucker's probably going to be over at least 100 something pages. Maybe 200. I don't know yet. And then I have my other spin-offs to work on eventually. So, till next time. Well, actually, no. It is 5. Probably working on 5:30 Eastern. So, got a while till the sun sets. So, till the sun sets. Like and subscribe for thoughts and